In the past video, I talked about the signs that manifest around a victim of demonic oppression. In this occasion, I will list the most common symptoms of demonic oppression. And the list goes like this. To feel that we are being observed by an unknown presence. To experience the sensation of being touched, caressed, scratched, pushed or punched by an unseen attacker while being awake or asleep. To suffer recurrent episodes of sleep paralysis in which we are conscious but unable to move or speak. We could also feel chest pressure or a sense of choking. To have recurring nightmares or lucid dreams, during which we can sense an evil presence that lingers even after waking up. Dreaming with black dogs, bulls, or birds that attack or chase us is one of the most common nightmares. To suffer from insomnia or waking up at 3 in the morning every night. To experience an excessive sexual desire or developing sexual perversions. In the worst-case scenario, the victim could be assaulted by sexual demonic spirits commonly known as incubus and succubus. To develop an addictive personality to certain substances like food, alcohol, tobacco, caffeine, energizing drinks, medical or illegal drugs, or to some behaviors like shopping, sex, pornography, gambling, or social networks, among many others. To start suffering from rare or weird diseases and medical conditions that can't be diagnosed or prescribed for correctly. Demonic spirits can also cause us well-known and common illnesses and diseases. This is a frequent problem that face people who are under witchcraft attack. To experience an increase in the frequency and intensity of negative thoughts that cause us emotional pain, sadness, anxiety, fear, anger, resentment, or desire of revenge. This demonic mental harassment can end up provoking us anger, anxiety, or panic attacks, or evolve into violent or criminal behavior. To develop suicidal ideation that motivates us to attempt suicide or unconsciously get involved in high-risk situations for our physical integrity, like overdosing drugs or reckless and dangerous driving. To develop phobias and irrational fears. To start suffering from codependent relationships in which the oppressed one becomes addicted to the other partner. To develop psychological disorders or mental illnesses like persistent depressive disorder, that is a continuous, long-term form of depression in which you may feel sad and empty, lose interest in daily activities, and have trouble getting things done. Borderline personality disorder, which is one of the most painful mental illnesses since individuals with this disorder are constantly trying to cope with volatile and overwhelming emotions that distort their true personality. Bipolar disorder that causes dramatic shifts in mood that vary from emotional highs or hypomania to depression. Psychopathy, which is a disorder that provokes a lack of empathy for others, and a bold, disinhibited, and egocentric personality that commonly results in antisocial and criminal behavior. Depersonalization, derealization disorder that makes us feel disconnected from our body, our feelings, and our environment, as if we watched ourselves in the world through a screen. Emotional detachment disorder, which causes a person not to be fully engaged with their feelings or the feelings of others. This disorder makes it difficult to create or maintain personal relationships. Schizophrenia that affects a person's ability to think, feel, and behave clearly. It is characterized by thoughts or experiences that seem out of touch with reality. Obsessive-compulsive disorder, in which the individual develops obsessions like fear of germs or contamination, fear of losing things, the need to arrange objects in a specific manner, excessive undesired thoughts, or certain compulsions like excessive hand washing, checking that a door is locked or the stove or oven is off, counting numbers in a sequence or divide mentally words or objects in a symmetric way, repeating words and sentences in low voice or in your head. And the list goes on. I've just mentioned some of the most common symptoms. It is important to clarify that a person can suffer from some of these mental disorders and illnesses for medical reasons. But it is my personal conviction that these conditions are caused by demonic oppression in most cases. The good news is that any of these symptoms and mental disorders or illnesses are completely curable when they are generated by demonic entities. Once the victim is delivered from these spiritual parasites, he or she experiences an instant recovery. Hence the importance of treating demonic oppression by spiritual means and not with psychological therapy and medical drugs that are long-time consuming, expensive, and in most cases ineffective in this context. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next video.